Pop. Watch. Mod mode. Dude. I got the. He's making one change, but I got the final the final images for the journal.
Hey, how exciting!
I tried to send it to you, but it was too big for Discord, so I'd have to email it to you.
It was too powerful.
Too power, too strong.
Too strong for us. That's right.
Compose.
Ooh.
Oh, I don't have it.
Ugh. Yap. Oh.
Email.
Okay. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
We
Every
are.
time.
Yeah, hello. We are working on again the. It's fine.
What happened? What happened?
We're working on the Ugly Halibut. Some more.
It's almost done though, right? This level's looking really.
Thank you.
Oh, let me close my door. I'll be right back.
It's funky. Move me over here. Adjust.
I'm back.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is the first floor of my beautiful kitchen. Oh, excuse me. And I don't know if you were here for that when we herp derped and this was gonna be the entrance, and then I was like, oh yeah, this is a cliff. And we couldn't put it on the other side because the
Yeah, no, I was here.
Yeah, because
Yeah. I told you I was the one that suggested down where it is, I think.
I don't honestly, I've been so many times.
You don't know.
I don't know.
You don't know.
Don't know. My brain is
You
like
don't know.
yeah, we've got
Me too. I've actually been super productive today.
I spent 8 hours in this chair yesterday working on that Google Doc, and my brain is like, hella done. Like, I got up like 3 times, I think, trying to make sure that it was all.
Okay.
And I've been really tired lately, and like, I don't. It's probably been about a week where like I just doesn't matter how much I sleep, like I'm just still tired. So that's cool.
You wanna, last night I went to bed probably fell asleep around like 11:10. Woke up this morning at 5:05.
How's that going for you? How you feel?
5:05. No, not really. I like sleep.
Yeah, same.
I do. Sleep is really nice.
It is.
I don't get any of it.
Soon, maybe one day.
No. I just my body. I'm one of those. It's the high functioning anxiety.
You're just a dad now. Is what it is.
Well, yeah. I mean that's part of it, but I can't blame lack of sleep on my son. He sleeps 9 hours a day, like a rock.
He's solid. It's the rest of us who suck.
All right, you need to check your email. Don't show it on stream, but check your email real quick.
I will do it right now. Oh. OMG. What if I send it with a confidentiality notice?
That's just on my email.
Yeah, I know. I like it though. Oh, and the teeth and the feet. Yo.
Yeah, the only change I had him do is change the frame where he's younger in the boat.
Yeah.
His hair isn't colored in. I was like, his hair should be black.
Oh, gotcha.
That's the only thing I'm changing.
Mm-hmm. Hey. Much excited.
Okay.
Oh, you know what I
Back
didn't
to
do? I need to post it in the other chat. Sophie finished the Monster Manual cover.
No way. She finished it?
Yeah. Well, the only thing we have to do now is wait for Brian to give us like the official title and like what he wants to be named and stuff. So that's really all we're waiting on. But otherwise, it's like it's ready. So much excited for that one.
That's cool.
Cool. Okay. So first floor is done. Totally done. Completely done.
Totally.
Even
Turtly done.
Totally. We even have tomatoes by the stage.
Ooh, tomatoes.
Tomatoes. We made drums.
You know about Topantoa.
What?
What's his? Tamatoa.
Oh, yeah. Okay, gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah. Right? Moana?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got you.
For sure.
Picking up what you're putting down. Alright, that's gonna bother me.
Did it do a Discord announcement?
For this? I will check in a second.
For this?
Bug me. Okay.
People gotta know, man.
Look.
I'm not blaming you. I'm just saying.
Sometimes it works and sometimes it don't. And I try, but it doesn't always work. Uma has IT privileges, so he should be able to do it. I don't know how to fix that. I don't know anything about bots or auto notifications or anything like that. I got nothing. I will post it in the Topo Turtle. So get some paper.
But did you also see my message about posting that picture?
Yeah.
Must be done.
Yes, I will. Slash the Turtle beard.
Dude, I think Kaz is vibing right now. Like, oh come on, why can't? The art that he did for me is just spot on. Awesome.
Yeah, he's killing it out here, doing cool kids stuff.
Is that like an alternative to hot girl stuff?
Cool kid stuff.
Cool kid stuff. All right, I definitely crossed a lot off my list.
Yeah, I got quite a bit of stuff done the other day. Wow.
My Friday's filling up.
Yeah.
But today was productive. The Friday's filling up.
I feel it. I'm saying. I don't know if this is actually locked or not. I think it is. But yeah, so we
Words.
Like my brain is doing stuff. I don't know how these things work. It's like with the server, like they just like oops, like whomps.
Can you? But just do what you did before with the town hall. Oh, there it goes. It went.
Yeah. I just okay. I just want to add him. There you go. Okay. Cool. Okay. New mention. Oh, there it goes. Yay! How exciting! Ah! So if because you were not present for the town hall, but we did get a couple people who showed up. B was there and Mango was there, and Phil was kind of there. His girlfriend was asleep, so he couldn't talk, but he was listening. Puma was there. Sophie was there. Kaz was there. So it was about 20 minutes long ish. We recorded it, and that will be posted up. I don't think I can post it on Twitch because I think you have to be on Twitch in order for that to work. So it will be posted on the YouTube channel if you missed it, and I will be sending out the link for that video to everyone. I just have to edit it tomorrow. It's just like a couple things I need to pull out of the front and the end.
Sure.
We're having some slight technical difficulties, and I need to make sure that you can hear everyone, or like adjust the gain if you can't.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. No, I'll watch it for sure. 20 minutes is not asking too much for someone to watch a meeting.
It's not.
But
mostly it was just talking about like kind of where we are in the project and what we hope to do kind of moving forward, and Mango asked if mayonnaise is an instrument, which is direct.
Mayonnaise is an instrument?
Yeah, that's directed at Kaz.
Mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise. It blows on it. It makes a squeaky sound when you blow on it.
Interesting.
Yeah, I made that up. I don't know if that actually does or not. In my mind, I imagined like when you blow on a liquid and it like bubbles is what it sounded like in my head. Sorry. You. Oh, Mango. I heard my name. I was gonna learn, but never mind. Hello, Mango.
Yeah, we just
talking
about the town.
Yeah, we were talking about the town hall. Which I think went pretty well. Sophie, I think it was Sophie who asked if we were gonna have another one. And the goal is to do one like once a month or once every other month. Just to kind of keep everyone updated and that sort of thing. But
sure.
On to oh my goodness. I am so sorry, everyone. It is 0 dark 14 right now, and you girl not awake. But it's mathy hour, so let's jam.
Do it. Do the map thing.
Do the map thing? I'm doing the map thing. Also, if you weren't in the tavern so much, you'd be sober enough to do some work. But hey, you.
What?
Mango said if I wasn't in the tavern so much, I'd be sober enough to do some work. This is the tavern.
Oh, I'm there. I'm along for this ride.
Uh-oh, your PC needs to be restarted to finish setting up something. You're just gonna have to wait.
Tell it no.
I did. I'm like, you're just gonna have to wait. I'm doing something right now. Okay, so the bedrooms downstairs are fairly basic, right? These are supposed to be the like cheaper rooms because they're next to like all
The
of the
noise.
noise.
Yeah.
And they're not very big. Obviously, these ones are smaller than like the four on the end, where like these ones have tables and what have you. And honestly, these could even be like the bunk beds. These ones.
Hmm. Yeah.
Um, and then these could just be like basic ones.
Although I do like how you have that one chest sneaking out of the, showing that the chests are just under the bed.
Yeah. Um,
That's smart.
yeah. Um, so I'm thinking the ones up here will be a little bit better. Obviously, these ones are still kind of like lower end, but these like 6 on the outskirt, and then these 2 are kind of like the like super sweet ones. Um, and then up here is just an extension of the patio below. So basically, if you want to sit on like the upper patio to eat dinner, like if you are like a higher kind
Awesome.
of ranked person in the society, if you're got a little extra coin to spare to be up here, um, then you're just brought up here by the servant people, and you can come sit on the patio instead of the one downstairs.
What if it's like those? It's like Vegas where it's got tent huts for like what are the casitas? Like you rent a
Oh,
casita,
yeah,
and so it's
like the
like
little.
a little bit private, but like on the patio still.
Mm-hmm. I could do that.
Yeah,
Like little booths, kind of.
little yeah, like just
Mm.
more
Cabanas, I guess.
more intimate.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I'm saying.
Yes. And then the third floor. This is
Hmm.
all Attic's home.
Oh,
Yeah.
what? Oh, is it good? You think it would be that big, or would it just be kind of like the third floor would be a little like a very just small kind of? 'Cause that's big. I
It
mean,
is
sure,
big.
good on him. Jeez, what's is it just gonna be a big orgy
Just a
den?
kingpin up here. Well, I imagine that the
His
stairs,
concubines.
yeah, will be like up here. Um and the lower floor, the banisters, I think it was Mango who I was talking about this with, or maybe it was Puma. I think it was Puma. The lower floor of this, in the description, we'll talk about how the it's like a very high ceilinged location. There's lots of banisters, like open like woodwork in the top,
Hmm.
because the Fadari can like sit up there if they want. Like um if they're like watching a band, or if there's a concert or whatever, like they can sit in the rafters because they're birds and they
Hmm.
can fly. Like
So
um
yeah, then maybe the second floor patio should have like like another stage. Like there's the indoor stage downstairs, but there's also like a outdoor stage.
mhm. Yeah, so I'm thinking this third floor like patio. I don't know what this. Tell me what you want by ISO Indies. No, thank you. I put jazz on, but I need beats. I need it pumped.
Mhm.
Um, let's see. What are we feeling? Beats, hip hop, pop, classical, rock, country, jazz, acoustic. Hmm. I could go with some solo piano. I could really like. I could really
Piano,
hang with
piano,
peony. I could really
piano.
go with some lo-fi, but this thing is really, really bad.
Mm.
At like, it doesn't really have a whole lot of lo-fi, which kind of sucks. Waltz 3 by Silver Maple. But, I can chill. Um, but yeah, so I'm thinking this third floor balcony, since it would be open like to the sky instead of like whatevs, maybe having like a private stage in the corner, like this top corner, have it curve around to be a private stage, and then have like a couple tables around it, and then on this side, maybe have like a pool or something. Like,
I would say that
maybe not a
they don't
pool.
have, yeah, they don't have the ability to support a pool in a wooden building. I don't think. I think you need
Yeah,
concrete.
but like
Concrete
something over here that's like cool kid party time. Maybe probably another
fighting pit,
bar on this end.
fighting ring. No.
Apps.
Pirates. So maybe like game tables. Maybe more like bones and dice, like cards. Maybe it's
Mm-hmm.
more like casino like.
Hey. Okay. All right. Get all of that.
Can you do?
Yes. Okay. So stage, mirror, tables, illegal, illicit activity up here. And then his house, you'll come up on this end right here. And it'll
Yeah. What?
no, this is a family show. um
It's a family show until Patrick shows up.
and then he's asleep, so it's fine. He's asleep, it's okay. So I wonder if I need to put another landing here and have the stairs go forward into the upstairs. Or up this way again, maybe? I could probably do that. Go over. Dun, 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 dun. Whoop. Did I get that? Okay. Um, so then basically this is the downstairs and you would come up this way and then this is how you like enter. But
Mm-hmm.
like the stairs would come here. So excuse me while I literally just put my finger on the screen to mark places. The amount of times that I do that is probably not good for my screen, to be honest.
It's okay. Every once in a while, I catch my son just like poking the TV.
Just hate.
We need to get it hung up, but the place where it's supposed to go is brick, and I've never hung a TV in brick.
Oh,
So
that's weird. I mean, it's cool, but like it's weird.
I wouldn't like normally I'd find a way to get around it, but there's like a panel specifically for power and HDMI hookups right there. Like it's
Yeah,
obviously for TV.
right. I'm sure there's some kind of anchor that you just use for it.
Yeah,
Like,
no, yeah, and boy, yeah, but the drill you need something called a hammer drill.
oh, hey, we got one of those because, well, we didn't. We have a friend who
Just
needed
head
an
on over here with it.
yeah, we had a friend who needed an excuse to buy one, you know? And what better way than to help out your friends who can't hang their TV in a concrete building? So, because our buildings are made of concrete, and so we can't do anything cool. And
Mhm.
but I wanted the the TV like over there on the wall, but it's this wall in front of me is like the wall to the outside. Like on the other side of that is like the parking lot and the entrance to the building. So,
Mhm.
um, uh, right. Um, that's not the right one, right? I'm not. Um, but yeah, the walls here are literally made of concrete, and then the like studs in this building are made of metal. So, like, well, I'm just like, how the fuck
Yeah.
do we even get anything up here? And we were
Mhm.
able to get some stuff up. pretty well because it's concrete. We just had to buy like special nails. But the outside, um, not bars, but like the outside edge, um, it has this like red dust that comes out when you try to drill it. And
Hmm.
it's like too hard to like get a real drill in. So you had to
Hmm.
buy, or you didn't, but like we had to buy a hammer drill. And I was like, that's a significant amount of money. And our friend was like, he was like, I'm trying to buy one of these, and I'm fine with you being my excuse to do so. And we're like, cool, do that. That's fine. Okay, so do we want this to be like that? Yeah. This piece out. This. Oh man. Walls. Hey, cool. All right. So that's the stairs up to Attic's home. So what I'm thinking for up here, is we want a like large open communal space, like a living room essentially.
Hmm.
We want a
Here's my question.
yes.
Would this area detract people from the highly profitable den downstairs in the basement?
His house?
His upstairs area. So like wouldn't he rather like if he's got people like important enough to invite up to his personal lounge upstairs, wouldn't he rather them send them down to the den so they'd spend money on finer drinks and
Other stuff?
Lotus and
Yes.
whatever?
Yes. However, he is also a kingpin. And
Okay.
so his like it's like gangsters who meet in strip clubs and like their offices at like their mansion. So like
Uh-huh.
downstairs
Okay.
in
Okay. Well,
like
no,
the den is where
you know
like
what?
he
I
brings
feel
people in, you know?
I feel the middle ground is what we were actually talking about at the last time I think I've talked about this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Remember? And it was with Donnie, and it was like, what is he doing with all this money?
Yeah.
There it is, right there, is his lounge. Like this is his above ground, not really, but it's the it's
His lair.
his it's his hobby area.
Yeah.
It's like that. This is the area he's passionate about and spends money on. The
Mm-hmm.
den is how he gets the money to do
Yeah.
it. I'm down. Yeah, that works.
Yeah.
That's good.
Um so the idea is that like very few people ever actually make it all the way upstairs. Like upstairs is first of all because it's where he like lives and he sleeps, and there's people probably up here who like never leave, whose like sole purpose is to like guard him when he's in his home,
Right.
because he's also trying to like put on that front of like, oh, I'm just a Ferrari, like I just do things and I'm wonderful and perfect and I run this tavern and everything's great. But instead he's actually like, where's my money, bitch? Like
Yeah.
like so the persona that he puts out
You've done wrong
is,
to me the last time.
yeah, like what is the isom? Like yeah. So but daddy, you promised you wouldn't ice anybody on my wedding.
Right.
Zootopia,
Shut
for anyone who's not familiar. You missed it so he's a monopoly philanthropist. He's a drug lord. He's a drug lord. Well, technically, he is also like a monopoly person in the fact like in the sense that there's no other taverns in the port. Like his cover up persona. Oh, yeah, yeah. So like his I say his, but they're gender fluid, but he is portrayed as like a he. Um but like his personality is very like loud and like flamboyant and like over the top and very very Elton John in his like existence of just everything he does is just big gestures and the clothes that he wears are always brightly colored and he's got like um I think I want him to have like a piercing in his beak, like a little ring on the side or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, or like maybe in his wings or something. I don't know. Like I want him to have like all this extra shit that like nobody fucking has. And he's very like extravagant in all things. But he's
Mm-hmm.
very nice and like very welcoming and like welcome to the Ugly Halibut. Like please make yourself at home. Like we welcome you. Like um I mean they speak in third person, but like whatever. So his whole thing is to like make people feel good there and then once they've been there for a while like I
Hmm.
think we also kind of talked about how some of the drinks might be drugged a little. Um, I don't know if that was with you or if that was with somebody else. It might have been Puma. I don't know. I've been working on this for a long time. But we also talked about how some of the drinks um, might have like traces of Lotus in it, kind of like how Coke used to have cocaine in it, like
Mm-hmm.
traces of the drink or traces in the drinks, and then that's part of the reason why like no other tavern does so well. Like there have been a couple
Mm-hmm.
that have kind of popped up, but like nobody ever does good because there's just something about like the atmosphere and like how good everything is and like how chill everyone is. And part of it is because they're essentially like low key being drugged, and then that's how they get you. Like eventually, if you
Mm-hmm.
spend all your time here and you've been drugged for like however long, like eventually you don't know what's wrong with you, but like
Mm-hmm.
you start feeling a certain type of way and you have like you keep going back, and that's when you get like invited to like they make you feel special, like hey, we've noticed that you've been here for a really long time, like that you are here with us like a lot, like would you like to be invited into this VIP room, and then if they're like vetted, then they can either go downstairs or they're like looked out for, and the people who are like the peddlers out on the street will fight and say like hey, maybe it starts with like drinks and then people move on into like the actual drugs. Like there's a
Mm-hmm.
whole distribution like low key plot line. So where not even like people might not even realize that they're becoming addicted to
Mm-hmm.
it until it's too late, and then they get you.
Getcha.
They get you. Anywho, though, so what I'm thinking is up here we've got like a kind of communal hangout space. I don't know if you saw like Poppy's house, how his floor plan is very open. Um his house is almost like a studio apartment. Like like the downstairs, the kitchen and the living room, I don't think there's actually a wall there. There might be like a table that comes out as like a counter that separates it, but I think for the most part it's very open. And then upstairs, the bed is like in the middle of the room and there's just like stuff around it. Um but that's kind of the vibe for this one.
Mm-hmm.
So like you come up um around the stairs I definitely want there to be a bathroom, but not in like the toilet sense, like an actual bathroom
Mm-hmm.
where there's like a couple buckets of like water where people can just like chill and take baths, because they're
Mm-hmm.
birds. Why would they not want to do that? Or maybe there's only one, but it's like pretty large. Um, it can't be super crazy heavy, obviously, because support systems. But
Mm-hmm.
the idea is that there is probably over here like a bath section. He'll have quite a few different wardrobes, I think, because of all the different clothes and stuff. The
Mm-hmm.
bed's gonna be pretty big. Um, I think the only thing is I'm kind of debating as to whether or not it is very open, like Poppy's house, or if it does have some walls to kind of close things in. Like the bedroom would
I think
be.
his room should be walled in, like his personal bedroom, but then the
Mhm.
rest of it could be more. But maybe there's like more Oriental theme, just like those like dividers, like room dividers.
Mhm.
That's a, but I don't
Yes,
know if you can do that.
I can.
Could be pretty good. You
I
can.
sure can.
Whoa.
Wow. Yeah, we have.
Cool. Yeah.
Where are they? They are in the good stuff that just
Cool kid
recently.
stuff.
Yeah, there's new stuff that just like recently
Recently.
came out. Yeah. I thought maybe they were called room dividers. Aha. Yeah, all of these. So, like there's like fancy ones like this.
Oh, cool.
There's
That's
like
cool.
that. And then there's just like wood ones like this.
There's ones like this, and there's ones
Some
like
like
that.
this.
You can do it this.
So many. It's so many. Yeah, they've got a whole bunch. So that is in fact something I can do. Those are pretty new too. Their newest updates, they just came out with like 2 new decor packs like in the over the past month, and it's like pristine. I'm so happy.
First,
Um,
Christine.
pristine,
Christine.
pristine. It's actually super exciting because they did also just come out with a bunch of cannons, and I'm like, hell yes, right in time.
Yeah, but are they canon?
Mm-hmm. They sure are.
That joke.
It's
They sure is.
mm-hmm.
Boy, howdy.
Boy, howdy. They sure is. Okay, so I have an idea.
A
Like
deer.
downstairs. So, we just gotta figure out what we want to put in these rooms. So, um, the doorways are staggered, even though they open inward, I think. Or we could have them open outward, which would give us a little bit more space. But traditionally, most doors inside of a home open outward. Right?
Most open inward, yes.
Yes. Like
Yes.
I'm not okay. I'm not crazy. That's real, right?
Who's a crisis?
It's me. I'm crazy. Okay, so we want tables in of these, but we don't want just tables. We want well, that's not true. We want these ones to be singular tables.
As opposed to dubular or tubular.
Tubular. Get it?
That was a pity laugh.
It was a hot.
That was
No, that was good. Okay, I'm gonna up this just a smidge. So we can put these in at the end like that, but then there's not really a whole lot of space for them. But if we put them there, there's also not a lot of space right there. Maybe
That's how crammed the other rooms were.
Yeah, these ones are supposed to be a little bit better though. Maybe if I switch it and put the beds this way and put the tables on the inside.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that might work.
Like these ones. Like that makes more sense to me. And then turn it.
Buy it, fix it, turn it, move it.
Like this. Like this.
Yeah. Yeah. Toastily.
Oats my goats. There's a way to auto rotate this. There is if I was just laying it down, but when you're like editing it, stupid. I can literally stare at it for like 10 seconds and hurt my eyeballs, or I can just put it down. Okay, so
Don't hurt them eyeballs.
Bruh, they're already fucked up. And then we'll move the other
Bruh,
one.
don't even.
Bruh. I was actually talking about that, I think with Kaz, about the how like I grew up with my grandparents and they like since we're talking about everything that's going on in Texas right now, like my grandparents lose power in their home if it like rains too hard. And the most annoying part about that is that it's only like our side of the street. Like the other side of the street is fine. But for whatever reason, our side is on a different power grid. And so like everyone else will have power, but not us. So I lived with them for like 10 years, I think, something like that. So I got real used to doing stuff. Oh man. In the dark. Like without the power. And fuck that up. What is happening right now? Hello. Oh. I hate that you can't lock things. It's super annoying. Like, I can't lock the floor. So I just have to like hope that I don't accidentally grab it, which was a pain in the dick for a while because I was trying to move all those tables and like copy and paste them instead of like setting all new ones down, and I kept accidentally grabbing the floor and moving it. But anywho, so yeah, I got really used to like doing things like that, like in the dark, because I'd lose power for however long, and it would take a while for it to come back up. And in Virginia, Dominion power is like the monopoly. Like there is no other power options. Like Dominion is it. And so we would read or do puzzles like by candlelight. And that's probably a contributor to why my eyeballs fucking suck. This is literally just hours of my life spent looking at things this close to my face in the dark. But man, I did it. Oh wow, I could have done that the whole fucking time? That's annoying. I was over here trying to rotate it when I could have just mouse wheeled. Okay, so we got these tables in here. And we want chests in there as well. Do we want them to look the same as the ones downstairs, or do we want them to be like slightly more difficult to break into?
That's an option?
It is, yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Then yeah, nicer chest. Well, yeah. Well, yeah.
Well, yeah. So like the ones downstairs I think look like this maybe? But we do have ones like this.
Oh, that's nice.
Like that. Like some of these have like a thick boys. So it's really So we can put them here or under the bed. But I feel like something
I think
needs
under
to
the bed is
go.
good. I think it leaves more room,
Yeah.
makes you feel nice.
Yeah. Bum, bum, bum.
Who dat?
Hello.
Hey, bro, Puma.
The Puma?
I'm sorry I'm so late.
No, you're good.
I'm so mad.
Well, I'm mad at myself.
This is Puma's favorite
You'll
segment.
never be as disappointed as I am.
Yeah,
and-
I was.
This is Puma's favorite segment, and I'm really happy about it.
I was
Lord,
out
for
doing
it.
my laundry, and I guess I missed the notification.
It did go out this time, though, so at least there's that.
No, I was like, I'm so mad, and then I checked. I was like, no, it's my fault. Okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay.
It's okay. We're not that far in. We're about 45 minutes
Like
in.
half. You're like halfway through.
I'm
It's like an hour less joy for me.
sorry.
I only get like 16 of those a day,
Oh.
max.
16 hours of joy max. Or 16 minutes of joy.
16 hours.
Oh. That's a lot of hours, though, of joy.
Well, that's how many hours I'm awake.
Well, yeah, I guess. I get joy from sleeping, though, so, like, I guess in that aspect,
Meh.
I get slightly a bit more.
Fake death is overrated.
I mean, I guess. Okay, so
It's looking good though.
thanks. We're doing the upstairs.
I
You
I agree.
Oh, thanks. All right, so chairs. We're gonna put cushioned chairs in these rooms instead of just basic ass bitch chairs. That light one.
I'm
They
100%
want-
that bitch right there.
What one was that? Light ones. I want dark ones. Bah. What? Aha! Got it. Needs to be blue as well, but perhaps a different shade of blue. The blue. What?
A deep blue.
Oh, that's really dark. Almost. Like this. Okay.
Hey, navy
So-
blue, if you will.
Because they're pirates.
Did you get it?
I got it. Yeah.
Did you
Right.
get it?
Yes, I got it.
It was super fun.
Picking up what you're putting down. Okay. So that's the chairs. Now, what else should go in these rooms? Because we want them to be slightly better than the ones downstairs. So maybe instead of just like straight candles, maybe like a candelabra on the desks.
Mm.
Fancy.
Like a 3 makes sense to me.
Oh shoot.
Is this again with this fucking? I don't know what Epidemic Sound's deal is with giving me like Christmas music, like Silent Night or Deck the Halls and like acoustics, and I'm like, I don't want that. Like, it is not Christmas time.
What you do?
No Christmas. Not Christmas time. No.
Maybe it's a sign that you celebrate it too early.
I don't. My birthday's in November. We do not celebrate Christmas until after Thanksgiving. Because I want separate presents. I want Christmas presents. I want birthday presents. Different. Now, my grandparents got shafted on that because my grandpa's birthday is December 19th. Their anniversary is the 22nd. Christmas is the 25th. And my grandma's birthday is the 27th. So, like, they fucked that one up. But... All right. We need something else. Let's make it fancy. So we got better chairs. We got bigger table. I think they're bigger. They're bigger. Candelabras. What else? We could put carpets in here.
Carpets would be good.
Mm-hmm. And do we want animal carpets? Or do we just want basic ass rectangular carpet?
I'd say the animal carpets maybe for the lounges.
Okay. Maybe. Too dark. We did everything else blue colors, so we need something. It's a carpet. Something that's blue, but like not too blue. Like maybe purple.
Purple.
Maybe. We could change the colors so they don't all have to be purple. Some of them.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
This like dark green maybe? A little bit of variation. Why not everything looks exactly the same? And then I feel like we need one more thing. Maybe not like a wardrobe. Maybe like a shelf. I don't know. And it could be dead. Probably not plants. Color instruments. Auto saws.
Right,
Mirrors.
What's going on in your life?
Mirror.
Well, Beth is doing this.
Yeah, well, I'm talking to myself like a psycho.
What's going on in your life?
Me? I'm playing Age of Empires 2.
Oh, and how's that going?
I really enjoy it. I loved this game as a kid.
Sweet. I know very little about that game.
It's a real-time strategy, so it's kind of those you build a lot of units and then attack.
Oh, wait, I know this game.
You have to have units that counter other units. Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen a little bit. Who are you playing?
I am playing the Mongol campaign right now.
Oh, okay. So okay. I don't really know like all of the different factions or.
There's tons of them. It's pretty impressive. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they have like each one has special units. Yeah.
What's the Mongol special units?
Magudais. They're like horse archers that are good against siege units somehow.
somehow. Sweet. I mean, makes sense. Makes sense.
Did you work on your video game at all today, Puma?
Yeah, I've been working on it a lot today.
Ooh, tell us about it.
I've upgraded the pathfinding. Um, it's way better now.
That's good.
Um, like it actually works to start with. Um, I'm fine tuning it right now, but in general, it works. Um, I know what I have to do. I've worked on it so much today that I was like, I can't keep doing this. I have other things I have to do.
Right.
Um, I made it so it's an actual game.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I had a losing condition, so you can now lose.
Oh.
And I added a goal even, and they're both like they're not very important. They're just enough to make it interesting to play a few times.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so it's good for testing. So when I show
Yeah.
someone else, they're not like, "What's the point?"
Why this?
Yeah,
cool.
it looks cool and it works, but it doesn't do anything.
Don't do nothing.
So I'm just gonna finish up the pathfinding, and then the next thing is like to start working on the actual like gameplay and game mechanics. I have the main two game mechanics, which is the fact that it's a real-time roguelike. And that's like the central idea. But other than that, there's not much. I need to like make different types of enemies, and I need to make like a goal. And then if it's going to be a roguelike, then it needs to have, random generation, which is going to be hard. But we'll figure it out. Yeah.
Cool. That's exciting.
Yeah.
So are you? I know you had said that you were doing, like for a class you had to do it, but are you like basically like using it kind of two birds in it? Because I know you also said that it was something you wanted to do for a long time.
I don't have to do this for a class. This is technically like completely my own project. However, there is a game making project as one of the projects for this class, which theoretically I could then turn this in for maybe.
Oh, okay.
We'll see.
That's what I was asking was,
I
are
may
you
or
going
may
to use
not.
it for both?
Yeah, but like that project's way later.
Mm-hmm.
Like I have a few months until then, so I'm just doing this for fun.
For funsies.
Yeah, and it's very fun to the extent where it's dangerous because I'm not doing it in my other work.
Understand.
But yeah, it's cool to make my first video game. I also want to get back into home brewing what I was home brewing before, so I should find some time for that.
Wow, it's almost like you're part of a guild that does that.
Yeah, well, this stuff ain't for you guys, but it might be for you guys. We'll see.
I did. Dang it.
So, Beth, how do you feel about the town hall? How did you feel that went?
I think it went pretty good. It would have been cool if a couple more people had been there. But I think, for the first one, I think the couple people that did attend, that was good. We got some questions answered, which is cool. There definitely was interest expressed in doing more, like going forward. So I think that's definitely cool and helpful. It at least tells us that people are interested in knowing what's going on, even if they weren't able to attend.
Sure.
And once I put it up on the YouTube, we can see how many people watch it and what that engagement looks like. And at the very least, we got someone who wants to, be more active, which is exactly what we're looking for. Is people who want to be more active in the community stuff and contribute,
Yeah,
which is the whole reason why the guild was started in the first place. So,
fair enough.
so that's all cool. I'm excited. And I think we covered a fair amount of stuff in like 20 minutes. Like I pretty much just ran through it all much quicker.
Yeah,
But
I was surprised. I was expecting the town hall to be much longer.
yeah, we didn't really have a whole lot to talk about this time.
Sure.
I'm sure like next time there will be a little bit more. Just because I didn't want to like make it be forever and people to get bored or annoyed. I wanted this one to be fairly quick. Just to get the information out,
Yeah, makes sense.
So, I don't think it went pretty well. What do you think? How do you think it went?
Yeah, I was surprised by how quickly it went. I'm not convinced of the need of it yet, but it doesn't hurt to have it, so whatever. But yeah, it was fine. It was inoffensive. It was informative.
I think my
Inoffensive.
I think my biggest thing for wanting to do it was, even if that's the only one, the idea is that, we had people who came in who didn't really know what was going on, like you or Sophie, and even Geo, who was kind of like, what Tams, and I wanted to, kind of bring people up to speed if they were new and didn't know what was going on. At the very least, to keep people informed. And if they don't need it or they don't watch it, then that's fine. It's at least something we can watch later on if we need to go back and say, what did we get done? Did I put light in these or not?
You might want to have one or two of them light, but most of them will probably be out unless it's full and it's nighttime.
Yeah. Well, these ones don't have windows, so hella dark in there. Okay, so now on to one. These two are like the big ones, but they're gonna get bathtubs, and these ones, however,
Bathtubs. Yeah,
hey.
she's pretty
kind of
pretty
crazy.
set on this bathtub thing.
Look, okay, they're birds. They want bird baths. Okay.
That must be very. I mean, what type of bathtub are we talking about here, Beth?
It's literally just a wooden.
Okay, I can get
like
behind
a big wooden bucket. Like.
Yep. All right, I respect this decision then.
There are metal
if
ones.
If you're gonna say something else, something heavier, I was gonna be like,
oh,
so
like a giant porcelain babe just chilling. No.
Yeah.
No, they're like.
Can the building support this? Does this make sense? How did it get here?
That's why we didn't put a pool on the top deck.
Yep, a good idea.
Yeah, but yeah. See the. Yeah, they're like. There's big ones like this that are like this kind of situation, and then there's like circle-y ones. I usually put the circle ones in the kitchen. Look, a wisp. A giant wisp. In the fucking. But yeah, these ones are just wooden tubs. And they're gonna get those. Getting ahead of myself. Backwards. Backtrack. Okay. So we want these ones to have wardrobes, I think. Is that what they're called in here? They're made. This is made by.
The word
I think they're
wardrobe
from New Zealand or Austrian. I don't know. I'll have to look. But the people who make Forgotten Adventures are from not America. And so they're sometimes they name things like other words, and I forget that like there are other words for things. Like like um like a lamp, right? Or like a
I like lamp.
right, or like a candle. Um or like a flashlight, it'd be called a torch. So like I'm over here looking for like lamps and candles, and I'm like, oh, it's a fucking torch, or like a wall scone, or scones, or like
wardrobe.
yeah, like
Comes
rugs
from-
versus carpets. Like I'm thinking like, where the fuck are the carpets? And it's because they're under rugs, and I'm just like, I know that there's more than one name, there's more than one word, but like. Like you just put it under carpet. And I can't change what they're called or what they're. I mean, I can change the tags, but that's a whole lot of like brain power that I don't have. That's big brain stuff in no has.
So wardrobe it originates from.
There's cupboards.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Wardrobe originates from garde-robe, which is a French word.
Madame
French
Garderobe.
keep and French robe dress.
Mm-hmm.
And garde-robe became wardrobe over time, which is weird.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Interesting. That's fun.
There are lots of weird words that became other weird words.
Well, yeah, I like knowing the etymology of stuff from time to time.
Do you know Shakespeare invented the word elbow?
But nothing.
And assassinate. Assassin was already a word, but
Oh, yes,
assassinate,
that one.
like to
Yeah,
assassinate someone.
that's the basic bitch knowledge.
All right, look. Some people don't know that.
Named Assassinate.
You have a friend named Assassinate?
Well, it's Nate, but we just call him.
Oh, I was like, wow, that's aggressive.
It's aggressive.
So my favorite is overwhelm and underwhelmed, because whelm is a word as well.
Mm-hmm.
If you go back etymologically,
Mm-hmm.
so you can't in English today, you can't just be whelmed. You have to be over or underwhelmed. You're
Right.
not allowed to be just whelmed.
To just plain whelmed. I am averagely
Plain
whelmed.
I am whelmed.
See, like this is a chase lounge. Like, why can't you call this a couch?
A chaise lounge.
Okay, sorry.
Sponge.
Chaise.
All right, I must go get my laundry. I'll be back shortly.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
I don't.
Buble.
Macabre.
Michael
Just put a
Bublé.
bunch of coffins in here. How about that? Dead. But I can put dead bodies in here. That's the thing we want to do. Couches.
That's not a thing.
No, we don't want to do that.
Pretty sure not. Yeah, pretty sure. I've been wrong before.
Doormat.
I'll give you that.
One of these says, "Here be dragons," and I put it. There it is. I put it in the market one. In the market maps that we made.
Mm-hmm.
Mango said I've caught around 36 Pokemon today in the last 4 to 5 hours. Wow, that's a significant amount.
You've had a big day.
Yeah, that's a lot. All right, table. Oh, that's not the right one. Table. One of the dark ones. You fancy? Excuse me. I apologize. We did these. Oh, that's really big. We have a desk and a table, but I feel like that's a too much. You know, that too much gene coming clutch.
What?
I got a too much gene. Okay.
Too much in the clutch?
You've got an overwhelmed gene?
I have an overwhelmed gene.
Twice. Have you already seen what Mango said?
Yeah.
I had a friend named Overwhelmed Gene in college.
Was that your nickname in high school?
No, my name's Colin. I don't know why they would call me Gene.
Why they would call you? Maybe you wore jean jackets and they just were like, "Hey, Gene," and you were like, "Hey."
I did not.
No?
I wore jean shorts for longer than I guess I was supposed to. I don't even know what that means.
Longer than you're supposed to wear them.
Like jorts just weren't cool at some point. What is up with that?
Are you questioning if that's legitimate or not? Because it may, in fact, no
Be
longer
real?
be cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I hate to break this to you, but they were never cool.
No. Look,
Well, I
okay,
mean,
you
cool
can't
is
say
one
that
thing,
though.
but, like,
People in Germany
not saying they're-
love some fucking jorts and like cutoffs.
You're
Like
right.
I don't know.
When I am wondering what is in style, I turn to the Germans.
Look, all right, I'm fucking telling you, it's a problem because I hate my ankles showing, and they are all about that here. It's a whole thing. Right? It's a struggle. Tall girl problems, like.
Yeah, sure.
I promise, it's a real struggle. I hate my ankles being on display. Okay, gotta protect these babies.
on display.
Honestly, I find that such a strange, like, just privacy thing. But, I mean, if that's what you're comfortable with,
I don't like having cold ankles. I like my jeans. I have like a 32-inch inseam, so I like my jeans to like go all the way down. I don't like it when I sit down.
I like my jeans to go all the way down.
Yeah, like I don't want it when I sit down. I don't want them to like scooch up an inch and like have cold ankles.
But cold ankles versus showing my ankles, they're they're related, but they're not necessarily the same.
I
But
mean,
I see what you mean. You're
yeah.
used to the tactile feeling because you want to keep it warm.
Yeah, and
It just sounded like you were saying that you don't like it when people can see.
Oh,
your
like yeah, like don't look at my ankles.
Yeah, which is slightly strange privacy thing. It's a bit a bit outdated.
Maybe if I had like like don't look at my ankles. I'm married. Like
yeah.
No looking. Am's married, ma'am. Like, no ankles for you. Yeah, no, I'm much more concerned with like I have that like weird thing instilled in me that girls have when they grew up around old people or in conservative locations. Where like if my bra straps are showing, then like you're a sloot. And like that's not cool.
Straight up sloot.
Just a strumpet in the fucking streets, and that's.
I want a strumpet in the sheets, but a freak in the beds.
Well, the great thing about that is you can't show bra straps if you're not wearing a bra. So.
Obviously, you don't know anybody who has to wear a bra. Like.
I know a number of people who strongly prefer it.
That it's a look. You don't want what I got on,
no, I don't.
like it's out here in the world. I don't like. Bruh, let me tell you what.
Yeah, I know a girl who has like I've forgotten it. You're the doctor. Tell me, what is it? I'm trying to think of it. It's scoliosis.
You told me
has like a really like specific type of like scoliosis that was caused by her big boobs, and like she has to wear like a brace and stuff, and it's like, yeah,
poor thing. You poor doll. Yeah, no, I thankfully do not have. I have back problems without that being a factor. Um,
Mm.
I cannot decide what fucking table I want. I'm so sorry for anyone who's
Yeah,
been
you
watching me
spent like the past
decide.
10 minutes
Like,
clicking on tables.
I just can't decide. Like what? I wanted
You
to be.
considered
I wanted to be.
putting it down and then in another room putting a different table and then comparing.
Perhaps I do that.
Might be the way to go.
I just a matter of where. Like I could put it right here, and that's enough space to get to the chair. But then, is there enough space in between? Whatever. I don't need it. I don't
I
need it.
don't know if I want to help you or not.
I guess I could. All right. What if I
Kind of inclined to just let you
to just let me
flounder here.
die over
Yeah.
here? Don't mind me. Okay. If I do, but then there's. Okay. All right. You know what? It's fine. It's fine. I just feel like it takes up so much real estate. Oh, you know what? Duh. I think did I just delete table and then retype it? Sure did. I want the sure. Hey, there you are. Okay. Take that. Got it. Anywho, I could put them not in the center, like in the corner, you know, like an adult. Yeah. But yeah, so like my spine is already goofy without anyone's help. So, but I do know people who've gotten like breast reductions and stuff because they just like cannot fucking hang.
Mm-hmm.
I feel that. Like my husband.
Well, actually, I think it's because they hang too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Less than cool actually. Factory lifestyle. My husband wants me to get not necessarily bigger, but like he wants me to get well, he does want them bigger, but I would be fine with just adjusting them slightly. But I don't think I would get implants. I know somebody who has them. Actually, I know a couple people who had them, but that's terrifying to me. Like I get it, I get the desire, like I understand the wants for you know what is, especially if
very
you're
few people who want implants.
yeah,
But
like
that's probably because I go to a liberal college.
but like I've seen botched, okay? And like I went to an aesthetic school and I know what happens when those little motherfuckers pop or get infected and like you went in there wanting huge titties and you came out with none. Like because they had to chop them off because they got infected. Like and that is not a life that I'm even trying to risk. Like
Yeah, it seems unpleasant.
it right? Like it does not seem like anything I want to happen in my life. Like I can't imagine why. You know, it just nope, not no thanks. So, but I know somebody who her friend went to Brazil to get a butt implant, which I think was super dumb. But like,
Awesome.
yeah, that's cool. I guess if you're like, and there are people who like doctors in the US wouldn't give them any more surgeries because they were already at like a ridiculous amount and they're like, ma'am,
Yeah.
no more. And she was like, well, you know where they'll do it? Mexico. And And then they went and did that. And I'm like,
Yikes.
not safe. Not safe. I love the documentaries about the like people who get like crazy surgeries to look ridiculous. Like the alligator lady who had her eyeballs tattooed
Oh yeah.
to look like a
That's too far.
snake or something.
I can't.
Yeah.
I
And
can't vibe with that at all.
yeah, no. There's like a guy who has like a full clown makeup tattooed on his face. And he was dating some girl at the time and just like did it
Was
without.
he part of the posse?
No, he wasn't. He just thought it would be funny, and then he did it, and she like broke up with him. She was like, "Why? Why you do
No.
this?" Yeah, right. Like,
How
what?
cool.
She was like, because he didn't
That
tell her.
seems
He just did it,
reasonable.
and it's like,
Yep.
why you do that?
That seems reasonable.
Yeah, I would for sure be like, no, thank you, not down for that. Because it's like, it's not even like saturated because it's your face and you wash your face and your face gets sun and wind and all that stuff. So it's like a very like
Sun, Wind, Earth,
worn
and Fire. I like that.
look. It's not cute. Um but like, or the guy who had like the total like androgynous surgery done where they removed like all of his reproductive organs. So literally it's just like essentially they gave him a vagina, but it's not. It's just like the pee hole and he just like goes and that's it. like everything else is
The what?
gone. It's like just your urethra and everything else. He looks like a Ken doll, but with like a pee hole. Like and I would love to know how much he paid someone to do that and like the amount of paperwork that he had to sign.
I want to know as little as possible about that.
Because I can't imagine that someone was just
I
like,
want to know.
have you ever
seen the rain?
Yeah, because I can't imagine that somebody was just like down for that, you know? Somebody was just like, yeah, sure, I'll fucking chop your shit off. Whatevs, no problem. But again, that was
All right,
another instance where.
people.
Are you leaving?
I have to go pick up my son.
Okay. Yeah, we're at like an
Alright.
hour and a half.
Goodbye.
Have fun, you guys. Hold on, give it one more look. At
We'll do. We'll keep talking about body modification.
Yeah.
Hot topic. Those rooms are looking great. They look fancy with their
Thank
carpets.
you.
Look, you even lined up the lines. That's
I
great.
did. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Maybe make some of the bigger rooms. There should at least be a double bed suite, right? Maybe some of them 2 beds. Like a few double bed suites.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can do like
maybe,
yeah,
or double in a single. You know, mix it up.
yeah, I can do that. Yes.
All right, have fun.
Okay, bye. But yeah, like that shit is fucking crazy to me.
Yep.
That people.
I'm someone who doesn't like tattoos.
Yeah, I remember we had that conversation.
Piercings or anything, and so that whole world is very crazy to me.
Yeah. Is there like a reason why you don't like it? Like, are you one of those people who's like, my body is a temple of Mar? Like,
You've said that exact same thing to me, and it's
I did. I don't remember what your answer was. That's
my answer was like, my answer was that my body is my body, and it's not going to get more my body by like doing stuff to it.
Mm-hmm.
Like it will feel less like my body actually.
Mm.
And so I don't really feel the pull
Mm.
to do any of that. I'm not against other people who have tattoos, and there's a good percentage of tattoos on other people which I can find aesthetically pleasing,
right,
or inoffensive. There are some that I don't like.
Mm.
And piercings in general, I'm not a big fan of unless they're utilitarian. And then body modifications of like, you know, implants and stuff that I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, that I'm not for because I don't know, man. Just love your body. Come on, give some breathing room.
Like, just why you gotta fuck it up like that?
Yeah, like I don't know.
Like maybe just
Like
don't.
I get it for like psychological reasons, but
Yeah.
like for aesthetic reasons, it's like it's not worth it. Come
Right. Yeah.
on. So yeah, I'm pretty middle of the road. I would never do it, but for other people
Yeah.
and like people I'm attracted to, I'm pretty middle of the road when it comes to that. Of I'll if you have tattoos, I'm fine dating you as long as you're someone who's like won't keep getting tattoos. I mean, you can't get a tattoo while you're dating me. It just means like you can't be one of those people who's like by the time they're 70 have like
Yeah. Like their entire body is just covered.
And there's a lot of people in my generation right now who are going that direction.
Going that direction, yeah.
Of like full tatted up.
Yeah. I think I'm at that, like I'm 27 and I'm getting like close to a point where I'm like, I probably shouldn't get any more, but like I still want some.
Yeah.
But like my dad's mom, to give you a little sneak peek into where I'm from. My dad's mom, for her, I believe, 50th birthday, got a Tinkerbell tramp stamp.
I think you've told me a little bit about this before.
Yeah, so that was cool. That's exactly what I wanted my friends to know about my family for, that kind of thing. So that was nifty. Not what I
Rad.
Yeah, totally rad. That was cool. But I have like pet peeves about tattoos. I think if they're tasteful, sure. Yeah. But I feel pretty strongly about words.
Mm-hmm.
I think we've had this conversation as well, like words
we
on
have.
people.
Yeah.
I feel very strongly about it, and how really, excuse me, only have like one set of words on you, maybe two if it's like your kids' names or something, But other than that, nope, not here for it. I'll never understand people who get their own name tattooed on them. That drives me fucking batty. I will never understand it. Like,
yeah, you've also told me about that.
Yeah, like
you
never.
About people who have to, yeah.
Will not. Come on, you fucking go. Bro. Okay. Just gonna... But yeah, like I think body modification in general, it obviously is very much like person based, like if it's some people are just about it and some people aren't. Not that there's anything necessarily wrong with that. If you're into it, then like my husband has had multiple piercings before he joined the military. He had he had both of his ears done. He had his nipples done. He had his tongue. He had snake bites. He had an industrial, like the bar that goes through the top part of your ear. And I mean, he doesn't have any of those now because you can't.
Yeah.
But you can still see the holes in his mouth and his ears but you can still see the snake bite holes if you look close enough. And I'm just like, sometimes I forget that they're there, and I'll be like, what is on your oh, it's a hole. Like sometimes I forget. Hold on. Dun, 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 dun.
All right. Keep talking about your husband's body. I have to go get my clothing again.
Keep talking about my man. um,
I'll be back shortly.
yeah, sure. But yeah, he has full, almost full. He's got almost a full sleeve on one side. It's all space themed, and then on the other side, he's got like a half sleeve, and it's all like this back part. And he has one on his back, like in between his shoulder blades. It's a big it looks like a Mjolnir, but it's it's the top part is, I want to say Thor. It's either Thor or Odin, but if it's Mjolnir, it makes more sense that it's Thor. And then on his arm, it's 2 ravens, a wolf, and like some trees. My husband is Norse pagan. And then he also has a raven on his kneecap. It's like this big. But we, I think it was on Halloween. Yes, it was on Halloween. We went to and did one of the Flash ones, like the Flash tattoo things, and they were like, "Hey, we have, all of these," and he was like, "Oh, there's a raven on here," and I was like, "Cool," and he was like, "I could do that," and I was like, "Yeah, sure," and he was like, "Where should I get it?" And I was like, "Your kneecap," and he was like, no," and I was like, "You won't, pussy," and so then of course he fucking did it. So, and even when he went to, like, when he told the guy like, "This is what I'm getting," he was like, "Are you sure?" Like, that's what you want? And he was like, "Yep." So that was pretty funny. But and then we also, for Dia de las Muertes, we went and got basically the same thing with the flash tattoos. And so I have a kitten right here, and he has like a raven on the other part of his leg. It looks like it's like a raven skull, got like feathers and shit on it. My tattoos are not finished. Like, I would like them to be more finished than they are now, but the sort of situation with that is just that the way that I want my arm to look, like my sleeve or whatever it ends up being, it's gonna look a real specific way. And I'm a giant fucking wimp when it comes to needle. I actually have a phobia of needles, and so yeah, that it does not really work for me in that aspect of, doing things. And it took a couple tries to get my larger piece, like my I don't know if you can see it, but my forearm piece took 3 tries, I think, before I was able to finish it. Granted, all my other ones were done in a single session, but that one was the one. My neck tattoo, the one on the back of my neck, I tapped out on. Actually, there was supposed to be more color in it, and I couldn't do it. It was supposed to be like slightly more watercolored, but I was like, look, I'm never gonna fucking see it. Like, if it's ugly, it's ugly. Just let it live its life. Because I was so fucking done, and I just couldn't hang. I think there's supposed to be 1 or 2 more colors in it, but I was like, nope, can't do it. So tapped out on that one. I do have an underbust. That one actually wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. I was under the impression that it was going to be so much worse, and for whatever reason, I don't know why, there were actually parts of it that I didn't even feel. my sternum was the worst part. Like up here when there's like 3 dots at the top, and then over on this side he clipped one of my ribs. But like the middle part approaching my sternum, I didn't feel like a chunk of that. Like, and I was like, what the fuck? It weirded me out because like I knew he was like doing it, and I was like, that is not what a tattoo is supposed to feel like. And so that was weird. And then my other forearm tattoo is takes up. It's very Pinteresty. Don't judge me. This again, I can't angles. Hit this one. Um, again, very Pinteresty. Don't judge. It is slightly changed to not look like it's straight off Pinterest. But the guy who did it actually told me, he was like, whoever taught you how to like get a tattoo sucks. And I was like, who the fuck gets taught how to get a tattoo? Like, what? Like, is that a thing? Did I miss a class? But I guess what he essentially meant was that I'm just shitty at receiving tattoos. Which I tried to tell him beforehand because I did say, like, I phobia, like, I'm probably gonna cry, like, I'm gonna make weird sounds. Just like going. Don't just keep going. And he was like, whoever taught you how to get a tattoo sucks. Look, sir. This is not my fault, okay? It just be like that sometimes. But yeah, he was not impressed by my inability to chill. That could work.
Hello, I'm back.
Hello, you're back. Yeah.
Still talking about body parts
Yeah, I got stuck in another
and tattoos.
And yeah, I got stuck in another table placement thing.
Oh no.
But I did it. I put it down.
Okay, good. I thought you got stuck.
Yeah. No, I got it.
Okay, well that's good to hear. It's worried.
No, I was talking about like the tattoos that I have and
Yeah, I heard all of it.
Yeah.
I was just waiting until
I was done.
Reintroduce myself.
Oh, hello. But yeah, the guy who told me that I wasn't good at getting tattoos was like, fucking excuse you, sir. Like,
yeah, I didn't know there was skill to it.
Yeah, I also did not fucking know that. So I guess there's like a way that you're supposed to receive them. And I'm like, okay, well, maybe I just fucking. I told him beforehand, I was like, look, I fucking suck at pain. Just let me live my life. I cry when I get blood work done. Most of the time. I've actually been doing pretty good lately.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Hold on.
I had to get the measles, mumps, rubella, and chickenpox vaccines because apparently I didn't fucking have those.
Oops.
Yeah, right. Like, oops. 30-year-old lady without fucking chickenpox. Like, here we go. So, which is crazy because my grandparents have both had shingles like 2 or 3 times. So, like, the fact that I have managed to like escape unscathed is mind blowing to me. But
yeah, lucky.
Yeah. But they give them to you in the back of the arm, and it did not feel good. It fucking hurts. The guy who did it even told me, he was like, "This is not gonna feel good for you," and I apologize. And I was like, "I don't know why you're telling me that. Like, you're making it worse." I'm like, "Sir, I have anxiety. I need you to just fucking stab me and to do it." But at least I'm aware, you know. And I try to tell people like that I do, like, you know, like, just so you know, I might cry. Don't freak out. That would be sometimes. Okay, it's not you, it's me. But and my veins roll too, which makes it extra fun. For those of you
One moment, I'm getting a phone call.
Oh no. For those of you who don't know what that is, when your veins roll, it basically means exactly what it sounds like. That your veins, when you go to put something in them, move out of the way. Which is super cool and totally fun and doesn't hurt a bit. Especially when you're trying to put things in. But yeah, so that's cool and not fun at all. And I always tell people, I always tell them, always, I'm like, hey, just so you know, my veins roll. So like, watch out for that. And they're like, okay. And they don't fucking believe me because what would I know? You know? And then they try it, and then they're like, oh wow, your veins really do roll. And I'm like, I fucking told you they would. Like, thanks for not listening to me. It's not like I don't know what my own body does. But it's fine. It's a whole thing. I feel really strong. But I don't remember if it was this stream or if it was a different one when we talked about doctors just like not listening to you for things. Like how some people like have literally been through experiences where they almost, I think it was whenever we met Poison is when that came about. We're talking about how she's gone through some crazy stuff and what that was like. But it just like the whole, especially America's like medical fucking shit. And granted, I recognize and like I know that I am very lucky when it comes to like medical care in general. Like my parents were in the Navy, my husband's in the Army, like, but there was a time when I did not have medical care, and so like I do know what it's like to not have it, and it fucking sucks. But what sucks even more is when you do have medical care and the doctors like don't want to listen to you. Hashtag you know your body, trust your fucking shit. Because if you know something's wrong, then like you know something is wrong, even if nobody else does. Like you know what you're supposed to feel like, and if you don't feel that way, then talk to somebody about it. But that can be super hard, especially if you're a woman, because trust me, been there, that life.
You're wonderful.
Hey, bro. This is that. It's not a middle one.
All right, I'm back.
Why is it bigger? That doesn't make any fucking sense. Sorry, I'm having phrases over here. I don't understand what the fuck is happening.
All right, what are you talking about now?
I switched over to like doctors who don't listen to you.
Yes.
Yes. The medical life. I'll just put. I don't want this to be like right in front of it. I want it to be kind of off to the side a little. Or do we want it to just? I think I want it to be wood. I think I want it to. Oh my god, that's huge. All right. Shit. That's better. I feel like there's still a bunch of wood. Like it could be wood, but I feel like maybe something fancy, you know?
Maybe.
What do you think? Thoughts?
Perhaps. Yeah, that seems fine. Could use a rug in there.
Yeah.
Like an oval rug under the bed.
Yes. I don't know if I have oval, but I do have circle ones.
Gross.
Oh, sorry.
I forgive you.
Mango said, so far I have wiped out everyone gym while only using one of my Pokemon. Wow, it's getting harder to level up though, so I'm lacking behind in levels. Oh, wiped out every gym while only using one Pokemon.
That's really rough, Mango. I'm so sorry to hear that. I hope you stop winning.
Right. I hope you fucking quit sucking, like, or the opposite,
Yeah.
being awesome. You know, fucking show what the
Nice one.
thanks. Or that's like 145, right? Don't judge me. See, it's not an oval. I could do a square, or you know what I could do? A giant fucking bear in here. How about that? Hey.
Fucking bear.
15.
Yeah, I don't. I have a slightly difficult time relating to medical talk and such, so I try to keep up, but I am maybe
okay.
perhaps not the best at talking about it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, uh, for me at least, my experience kind of comes back that like I wish. Oh, they do have ones without heads. Okay, better. Big, big ass fucking. What do we think? Yes? No? Maybe?
Well, I'm like 30 seconds behind, so are you looking at the white bear?
Yeah, it's about to be one that doesn't have a head though.
Sure, I like it then.
But a different color one on this side. Black one in here. Hey. Cool. Yeah, like there are you know, varying degrees of doctors who do or don't want to listen to what people have to say. Which sucks, especially if you're a woman, like um
Yes.
because it's far more common. My friend, her husband went on deployment, and she like was having real fucking problems. Like her hands like stopped working, and like she passed out at work one day, and like all this other crazy shit happened, and like she went to like a couple different doctors, and they were just like, oh, you're just like sad because your husband's gone. And she was like, well, yes, I am, but that's not related to like what's happening to me right now. And they just kept telling her like, no, it's fine. There's nothing wrong with you. You got the sads. And it turns out that like it was like 3 months, I think, where she had all this fucking shit going on. And she passed out at work one day, like went to the urgent care, and they were like, yeah, you got some kind of fucking tick disease. It's not Lyme disease, but it's something similar from a tick. And basically, for like 3 months, she just had this disease, and it was like necrosising her joints, which is like why her hands wouldn't work. And like you can die if it's not treated. And but nope, she just had the sads. So that was cool. You know, as you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a life that we're living, I guess. But I have got officially 55 Pokemon so far today. Or 45. Wow, that's still impressive. 55 or 45. That's a significant amount of
Nah,
grinding.
sorry, 45 isn't good enough for me. I'm gonna have to get 55 now.
Revoked your cool card.
I was interested, but you've let me down.
Yeah. That done goofed. Sorry. I feel like I need stuff in like a wall. But I don't want to put it under cupboard maybe? Wardrobe, dresser, dresser. Oh, that's not what I want.
You're gonna get off Pokemon so you can finish college? That's a big statement. You're not gonna play Pokemon until you're done with college?
Yeah, it's just taking all of your
big
time.
commitment. I mean, college is a big commitment, but that's like a big commitment.
Yeah, that's.
I didn't realize Pokemon was like so causing such problems.
Yeah, look, it'd be like that sometimes.
I hope that works out for you. Yeah, best of luck.
Birds.
Yeah, but that's 2 years you could have been playing Pokemon.
I don't even know what he said. Oh, I only have 2 years till I have my bachelor's, so man, gotcha.
Yeah, keep up, Beth.
Sorry,
Come
I
on.
was trying to put wardrobes in. The door, I don't want that. This one.
All right. What else should we talk about? I've been working a lot on my world building for my campaign in my world. That's been really fun.
Yeah.
All of my campaigns I've ever run happen in the same homebrew world I've been building for a long ass time. But I've not been that good at, or it's taken me a while to get good at world building. I've always found it to be a very slow process. But only recently have I been like feeling like I'm actually like making a dent, you know? So that's been fun. I don't really know what to do with it though, except for like put it into my game. But I want to find a way to like do something with it besides just like put it into my game because I want to share it with people. I'm not sure how though.
Huh. I mean, that makes sense. You would want to have it out in the world. I know like Mango just released a class. Correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like it's something like that. It's like a class for I don't think it's a race. I think it's something, but it's something he's been working on for like 7 years, and he put it in drive-through RPG recently.
Yeah, I saw that.
So
yes, like the anti-mage, if I recall.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, if you do you have like a set of people that you regularly play with, or are you trying to share it like with the world, or
I don't really want to share it with the world, but you know, creativity to me is a means to share things with people and to interact with other human beings.
Right. That makes sense.
And so I want to find a way to take this new creative thing that I'm enjoying more and more and find a way to like share it with people and use that to like have fun time interacting with people.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure how to do that with world building.
Yeah, I can see why that would be a little difficult. Like how do you share that type of thing?
And the other thing is this world building I'm doing is like so big. It's such big changes that I can't implement it in my current campaign because it would essentially feel like I was throwing them into a new setting.
Gotcha.
These are like metaphysical changes to the world I'm making. So until I'm done with this campaign, I kind of have to wait to put it into a game. So makes it even more like important to find a way to share it with people.
Yeah, I mean that sounds cool as shit. Like, yeah. Is there anything you want to tell us about it? Like,
sure, I'll tell you all about it.
Sure. You said you want to share it with the world, but you don't want to share it with the world. I'm not sure how much you would like to share.
No, I don't dislike sharing with the world. It's just it's about sharing it with other human beings who I can like look at and talk to. You know, posting it online for people to read with little feedback doesn't mean much to me.
Right.
I'm not trying to like get acclaim. I don't really care about recognition. Anyhow, yeah, I'm pretty bad at like sharing stuff about like things I'm working on or like things I'm interested without people asking questions. So it takes some practice for me. It takes some effort. The big revelation I've had in my world building that I've been working on a lot recently. So in a lot of D&D settings, right, you have different planes, right? You have like the material plane, elemental planes, and like if you really think about it, what these planes are they are big bubbles
Mm-hmm.
with potentially infinite space within them, potentially finite,
Mm-hmm.
doesn't really matter.
Right.
And inside the bubble, space acts normally, and outside the bubble, space is undefined. And if you have the magical powers, you can travel between the bubbles, right?
Okay. Right. Yeah.
Um, and I was like, that's bogus.
That's some
Um,
bullshit.
it's
Okay.
bogus. So what I said to myself was like, why can't I walk from the material plane to hell? Like, why is that not an option?
Right.
If I wanted to do that, how would I do that?
Mm-hmm.
And so that kind of idea started me onto the path of creating a new system. So when in my next campaign, I'm going to have my world be essentially all locations are their own demi-plane. So
Mm.
every road you're on, every forest you're in, every kingdom, it's its own demi-plane.
Mm-hmm.
And each plane seamlessly connects to other planes that are quote unquote adjacent to it.
Okay.
And so, for most intents and purposes, it feels like the natural world. You wake up in your house in the town, you look over to the west, there's the mountains, you look over to the east, there's the ocean or forest or whatever, and even
Mm-hmm.
though they're technically different planes, you see them. It's all pretty normal.
Right.
However, the thing about this means the result of this means though that like you might wake up one day and the mountains are in the west, and you might wake up the next day and they've moved 30 degrees north
Mm.
because planes can move
Right.
in relationship to each other.
Mm-hmm.
So my world has this like spatial flexibility to it.
Okay. That's cool.
So like roads you're traveling might wind different ways since you last traveled them, and might get shorter or longer depending on certain forces and certain effects, and perhaps you can even affect that if you wish.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and like there are potential ways to walk all the way from where you are to hell. Not everywhere is adjacent to hell, but
Right.
where you are is adjacent to something that is eventually adjacent to hell.
Mm-hmm.
It might be a harrowing journey, but it's a journey
It
nonetheless.
might suck, but you'll get there.
Yeah, it might suck. Yeah. And so I've been working on that. It's a very weird like way to think about a fantasy world because it
Mhm.
essentially means you can't have a map of it.
Right, because it'll always change, or it could always change.
It's always shifting. Yeah. And the other idea is that like this shifting happens more the farther away two planes are and the more time occurs. So like a house won't shift that much, except over very long periods of time. Which means that I just created magical entropy by accident.
By accident. Whoops.
So you think about it, you have a house, you have a table, you can take something really small and you leave it there for a very long time, and over time the space of it shifts. And so that at some point you don't have 90-degree angles in your house, and the door frame has moved over 3 feet and is halfway in the wall, and the chair has sunken through the floor and is stuck inside it, and all sorts of weird stuff.
Yeah, very Alice in Wonderland-y.
Yeah, so like it's just like in the real world where like we have normal physical entropy where things start to fall apart. This is like magical spatial entropy. And I think that's dope. I think that's so cool and an interesting way to have like dungeons and like ancient stuff.
Yeah, for sure. Especially as they move, right? Like there's I don't know if you've ever seen it. It's like $1 on I think it's either Drive Through RPG or the whatever the other one is. And I made this and it fucking blew my mind. It's a moving labyrinth dungeon, and it has like these like circles that rotate on the center, and as things happen, like every however many minutes, like a big bell chimes in the whole dungeon and like things shift around. It's crazy. So that kind of idea, like when you have things that have been left for a really long time and then all of a sudden like you know like this doesn't look the way I remember it. Like,
Mhm.
you know, people going through dungeons that they've been into or old towns that they've been into, and all of a sudden everything looks different. They don't know what to
Mhm.
do. That could be. That's like a crazy sense of like dysphoria to me. Like you would have
Yeah,
no idea what the
sure.
fuck is going on or like where you are, or be able to
Mhm.
recognize like boundaries or locations. Um,
Sure.
how does that like the time? Is it like specific time based, or is it like event based, or is it depending on how things move? Like what
I'm
makes
not exactly sure what you mean by your question. Which
like what makes things shift? So like a
it's just like a natural force in the world, and
okay.
that force happens more over longer distances
Mhm.
and over longer periods of time. Um, so that's why you might notice a mountain shift 30 degrees that's far away in one day, but your coffee table will look basically the exact same for a good number of years,
Yeah.
right? It's just the distance scale.
Mhm.
But your coffee table over a long period of time, even though it's a very tiny distance, will eventually shift.
Okay.
Um, and theoretically, different spaces, different planes will also have a different sense of time. So in certain planes, like time might move faster or slower relative to other planes.
Mhm.
I'm still figuring that out. I think time is my weakest element here in
Mhm.
terms of like flexibility and interest. I think space and magic are what I have strongest right now.
Right. I mean,
I definitely need
it's
to
a
work on the time
very
more.
very cool idea, like in general.
Well, I'm
Um,
glad to hear that. That's awesome to hear.
yeah, like it's a very cool dynamic, and I think there's a so
Mhm.
much you could do with that. So much you could do
Mhm.
with that. Like,
Yeah.
you know, that leaves time loops. That leaves like so many things. Mountains being moved, like especially is it if it's things are still moving regardless of how close you are to them. So like if you're on the mountain, is it still shifting? Like or
Well, yeah.
is
So the
it
thing is, like,
like
I don't know if you know much about like relativity,
mhm,
uh, but it's that same idea of like everything nearby you in relationship to you is always not moving that much,
right.
right? So the mountain is technically where you are is technically always moving and a
Yeah,
lot in relationship to things that are far away.
right.
But in relationship to you, who is close by, it's not moving much.
Mhm,
So when the mountain shifts 30 degrees, someone else is on top of there. And to them, you've shifted 30 degrees in a different direction
right.
since you're in the town far away. So relative to each other.
Mhm.
Um, so it's not like the mountain is actually like
Yeah, like
rolling across the
yeah.
ground. It's literally that just space is shifting in such a weird way,
Yeah.
right? Like nothing is lost or gained.
Mhm.
Whole fields don't disappear. Um, they're just moved and shrunk or enlarged in
Yeah.
size.
Oh, that leaves
Does that answer your question?
yes, that leaves like so much space for things to
Yeah.
that's very cool. It's a very
And
cool idea.
yeah, I've been looking for an idea like this for a while because I've realized that I want to make my fantasy world really feel like its own world,
Mhm.
like be recognizable and unique. And I think this concept is exactly that.
Yeah. It's a very interesting idea. I'm here for it. Keep me updated on how it goes.
Will do.
I would love to.
I'm glad you enjoy it.
Um, but I think I'll do that. Let's see. Sorry, if I like it or not. I don't. Um, very cool. Very cool. So many
Yeah, I
things.
don't know if that bench or a table, whatever it is, bench works.
It's a bench, yeah. I was thinking, like, you know how there's like
It's a little too dark. It's just it doesn't really look that much like a bench in this context, I think.
I thought, ooh, I could do a chest at the end. How about that? Like a big one.
Sure. Yeah.
This one. Aha, we bet. Okay. Well, we have been going for about 2 hours, so.
Oh my god.
I know. There you go. You got. I hope I gave you the most out of your last hour that you were with us.
I did. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Okay, so to recap. So first floor is finished. Here, so first floor is finished, except for this. This is supposed to be something that's not fucking bubbly acid, but I haven't decided. So this one is done. It's looking beautiful. We've got the fucking this thing going. These rooms are done. Here, this one I finally finished. Got some cool stuff. And then here we are. So we added the center carpet here. These, I feel like something else needs to, like, there needs to be other stuff in here, and I'm not sure exactly what it is yet, but I'll there's those two, and then we have these. These are gonna need to get candles in them as well. But I think that's a pretty decent amount of progress.
Yeah.
For today. Yeah. All right. Cool. Let's save that. Okay.
Looking good.
Thank you. I appreciate it. So Dr. Colin was here for a little bit. If you're interested in his stuff, you can look him up at familyfantasyrpg.com or familyfantasyrpg on Instagram. Puma, would you like to promote anything?
Yeah, I'm Puma. I don't exist. Don't come looking for me.
He is a mystical being you all imagine in here. Cool. You can find similar maps to this on my Instagram at The Golden Wife. I also have a YouTube channel called Golden Maps where I stream map making and sometimes other stuff. Just depends on what I'm feeling. Our next stream, I believe, is on Friday. It's a morning brew with Dr. Colin. But unsure because his schedule is real fucky. He's a doctor, works in a lab, he does cool doctor stuff. Sometimes.
What a nerd.
Yeah, I know. What a nerd. It's molecular toxicology is what he's a doctor of.
You love saying that.
I do. I love, because once I got it, like, I got it. It's like when I was in the 7th grade and people were like, what does DNA stand for? And I'm like, deoxyribonucleic acid. Like, it was my favorite thing to know what it's for. Anyway, but yes, so in theory, our next stream should be on Friday at 10:30 a.m. Central Time. We will see you all then. We appreciate you for attending. And as always, have a good rest of your evening. Bye!
Bye.